Today, if you're a woman under 5 feet at Carnegie Mellon, you are a hot commodity for buggy teams. But organizations didn't always want women drivers. In fact, like Carnegie Mellon itself, buggy used to be an entirely male event.
I don't know the exact year they changed, but for years and years, and if you talk to some other alums, they'll tell you this. But organizations, the men's fraternities, looked hard for small men who could drive buggies. And even though buggies were bigger back then, they still had to be men who were pretty small. I would say they couldn't have been taller than 5'4". And then somehow they bent their rules, and in the 70s, Little Sisters became drivers of organizational buggies, and you'll still see some of that. There'll be a guy driver once every great while, but most of the drivers are women because they're smaller. So, and that's another thing. When you have so many different buggies out there, it's hard to find drivers for all of them.
Even though there are lots of women involved in buggy today, there are as yet no women teams racing their own buggy.
Well, I think it's great, and I'm encouraging women that I know are in sororities to just bite the bullet and design their own buggy, and eventually that's going to happen. That'll be, in my mind, something you could predict. We have men's heats and a winter. We have women's heats, but again, it'll say, even if it's like all the women on the soccer team, it's not the soccer team buggy. It's like whose ever buggy they're driving. But I think there'll be a third division, and probably in the first year someone's going to win it because they're going to be the only ones in it, and I think someone should do it, and they should just build their own buggy. And it would be just great, even if it's the issue of it being a great buggy off the bat to me is not the issue, but to sort of go into new territory. I think it's great.